way.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
getting real. You got that knot in your stomach. You're getting all nervous. Stuff's about to get real here in like 12 minutes because tonight is the on and off the field live fantasy football draft. Oh, it's finally here. Who would have thought? Man.
Yeah.
Time flies when you're having fun. Am I right, Fred?
It sure does. Holy cow, that come up quick on us.
It seems like yesterday we were making our top 10 lists for fantasy.
Right? Yeah, we'll just do some fantasy lists for a little bit, kill some time.
Yeah.
Here comes the draft. Let's go.
We already got the boys from Strikeout Beer coming in who are also taking part in the draft. So they're commenting, they're watching, and they're a part of the draft. They're a part of everything. They're just here for a great time. So make sure all of you do the same thing. Who knows? Maybe they are even sharing or subscribing or following, liking, anything. They could be doing any of that right now. Who knows? But you can also do that stuff, and Durf will tell you exactly where you can do it.
Absolutely. So you can follow, share, subscribe, and like on and off the field on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, as well as our own YouTube page. Make sure to rate and review the show on iTunes so we know how we're doing and what you like or dislike about the show, because it is about you, the listener. And you can find all these links at onandoffthefield.com, along with our fundraising efforts, and to learn more about Dylan, myself, and the show.
Yeah. It's not too much information, you know?
Yeah.
It's just there for you.
Yeah.
Our charities are Feeding America, and our current one is the Boys and Girls Club of America, which all of the money from this league that everyone's buying money was a minimum of 20, and all of that went to raise money for the Boys and Girls Club of America. And I'm going to let me see if I can pull up. Normally when I pull things up, like I freeze. So this could go very poorly, but I'm going to try and pull up the screen to show how much money we've raised right now. This could go very poorly, so hang on to your hats, folks. Sweet. Here, $310 we've raised.
Wow.
Initially, we had one donation from our buddy Matt originally of 25, I think. We got Rapid Dave coming in with 25, Brandon with 50, Fred with 50, Kyle 20, Soup Boss, Triple Shot Sports 25, Alan from Strikeout Beer 40, my dad, my mom who was in this $50, Matt McPeak from Kicking or Sticking $25, and Matt was also 25. I still have to get on here and put my money in here. I know there's it's not everybody yet, so we could easily reach maybe even close like to 500 if we get lucky, probably 400. But
yeah,
just that was the goal, folks. That's what we were looking to do, and I'd say we accomplished the ever-loving crap out of that. So
yeah.
Everyone was super generous. We got Jason from 2B Blunt coming in. I think he's drafting for 2B Blunt because I don't know if the other two guys know a whole lot about fantasy football, but they're here. Tony coming in with the Minshew comment. Yeah, Minshew. Gardner Minshew came out and said if anyone drafts him in the first round and takes a screenshot of it and does some kind of hashtag, you could be in the running for a $20 gift card or something that goes towards buying a case of Bud Light. I don't know if that's worth it personally. I guess it depends on where you're drafting. I guess if you got the 12th pick, go for it. Like we're a 12-man league. So I guess if you're the 12th pick, go for it. If you're number one overall, that might not be worth it.
No.
Where are you picking tonight?
I am picking 7th overall. How about you?
Okay. All right. That's not bad. I'm picking 4th. This was all random.
Yeah.
It was like 30 minutes before the draft. It was finalized. They did it all random. So, we got under 8 minutes left before we get started here. Rapid Dave comes in with no comment. It's just Rapid Dave streams and there's no comment there. That's super weird. Jason, hoping someone takes me in the first round. It probably won't be me. I was picking 4th. That's kind of I don't know. I don't feel good about that. I'm actually trying to win this. I'm only in a few leagues this year. Like I haven't won a fantasy football league ever. So I'm really trying to. I'm going to actually try here. See what happens. Facebook user said if they had the first pick, they'd still take them. I don't know who that is. I'm going to go find out. Strikeout Beer, very generous. Yes. People have been very generous with this. So just shout out to everybody in this. Like, because we said the minimum was 20. Mm-hmm. And we had people coming in with freaking $50, 25, 40. I mean, that was just awesome to see that everyone was doing that. Let's see here. Peasy couldn't keep his eyes open long enough for a draft. That's fair. From To Be Blunt. Tony is picking, I think, 11th. So if he falls to him at 10, then Gardner Minshew will be get picked 10th overall. So go for it. I'm pretty sure he'll fall to 10, says Jason. Yeah. I would not be hard pressed to believe that Gardner Minshew would fall to 10th overall in this draft. Mm-hmm. I wonder if does he get paid if he gets like drafted more in the first round? Like, what is the purpose of him doing this?
It's literally just publicity, as far as I could tell. I think he has like some like the reason I think it's Bud Light is there's a partnership there. I saw the headline, but I didn't go any deeper into it earlier today. But yeah, it's just the Jockstrap King being the Jockstrap King for a reason. And
dude, that's what he is, man.
Yeah,
absolutely. And he's showing it. I $20 ain't a lot. $20 ain't worth it for me to basically tank my draft by taking him first overall. I mean, maybe he has a breakout year. He is a starting quarterback of a team. You don't know how good he does. I don't know if he'll do well enough for a first round pick, but you know, he might surprise some people. I figured out Facebook user is actually Chad, the soup boss from Triple Shot Sports. Figured that out. Make sure, I think it says like if you go to the Facebook post, it says like allow StreamYard to show who you are for your comment. Just got to click that. It takes 2 seconds and I know who you are because right now it just says Facebook user. So under 5 minutes left before this draft gets started. Oh boy. Yeah. If you're here for the news, our normal news, you're not gonna find it. This whole episode is gonna be our fantasy football draft. So anything that you want us to talk about, think about, is happening on Thursday's show. But currently, there's only one thing. We have 4:30. I only want to bring up one thing because this blew my mind. I don't know if you heard about this. North Dakota State college football is playing one game this season. North Dakota State, the same school that Carson Wentz came out of, is playing one game against Central Arkansas. Literally the only reason they're playing this game is to showcase their starting quarterback. And off the top of my head, I don't even know his name. Do you know his name? I don't even remember. I
heard it this morning, and I'm drawing a blank right now.
It's like a super like North Dakota name. Like it's
he's
something really generic.
And it's literally because the guy is projected to be in the first round next year.
I'm going to look it up real quick because I know all I have to do is type in North Dakota State and I'll find it.
Yeah.
Trey Lance, quarterback Trey Lance. So this entire thing is just to showcase quarterback Trey Lance, who last season threw 28 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. So they just want to like show him off for one game, which publicly coming out and saying we're doing this strictly just to showcase one person is like deflating for the other players on that team and on Central Arkansas. Like, hey, you're just showing up just to get torched by this guy so he can have a good outing for his NFL draft stock. That's all this is. And it's kind of depressing when you think about it like that. But that's the only thing I could think about. Oh, God, what is happening over here?
Oh, it like started playing this video.
That scared the crap out of me.
Yeah, I don't know.
What the heck, Yahoo?
I don't need a video promo before my draft starts. I just need to draft.
No, I don't need that. I don't think no one needs that. Oh, my God. My heart's still racing. Okay, yeah, so we got just about 2 minutes left before this gets started. Real quickly, right now, so this is like 12 minutes in. This is for the Maps Media finale. Maps Media's next best podcast competition. They said, do whatever you want. So guess what? Know what we're doing? The draft. That's our segment. So the last 45 minutes of this show is the draft. So, judge this. I don't know. They said it was a free for all, and I told them, hey, can we just do our draft? And they're like, do whatever you want. Okay. That's what we're doing. So Maps Media, next best podcast competition, elimination-based podcast that we are hoping to win because this is the last week. Yeah. And can't wait. We'll see what happens. We've pretty much had a sweep through this entire competition, so we're going to finish strong. Oh, you guys are doing great. Thanks, Strikeout Beer. I needed that. Appreciate it. I needed that. Touched my soul. All right, so let's bring in the only person that's in here right now that's going to be drafting with us. Kyle is back for another week. What's going on?
I'm doing well.
We just found out Kyle's picking first overall.
Logged in 5 minutes before the draft, found out I got the number 1 overall pick. Andy Behrens told me that I should take Christian McCaffrey, so it's a good thing he was there to...
No, that's a terrible idea. No.
That's a tough decision at the number 1 spot.
Gardner Minshew first overall.
I'm tempted. If it was a certainty of getting the beer, I would probably do it, but it's still just a sweepstakes.
I feel like you take him first overall, it should be a guarantee. You've taken first overall, send him that screenshot, you get $20.
You should get entered into a higher raffle at that point, where there's the chance to win some serious money if you take him first overall.
100%. Right. And I got one more thing to say, 30 seconds before we get started. I forgot.
Yeah.
Looking good.
Got the merch.
Nice.
The on and off the field t-shirt. I'll post a picture later. But yeah, got my shirt. So nice. I got the stickers coming later, I think. And Caitlin's even got a shirt. So
that came quick.
It did. A lot quicker than I thought. So
nice.
It's good material and everything. Here we go. 1 second. And the draft is underway. And the first pick, with no surprise, is Gardner Minshew. No, I'm just kidding. It's Christian McCaffrey. Yeah.
We got one guy not in the draft.
Oh, boy. Going to be auto drafting here.
He shows up.
Who was taken next? Oh, Michael Thomas was taken second overall from To Be Blunt.
Wow.
Whoa. That's unexpected.
Wow.
I wasn't expecting that one.
Like, even in our mock draft, we were surprised Fred took him, what, fourth overall?
Yeah,
third?
Third or fourth. Whew.
Yeah.
Well, alrighty then.
Fred's going to be happy now.
We have Chenault Staines. I'm not sure who that is. That might be the person that's not in here. I'm not sure.
No, there you go. Let's see.
Oh, the clock's ticking. Oh, it's Matt. Okay, Matt McPeak. Oh, and he did take Saquon, so I will be forced at fourth overall to draft Ezekiel Elliott, which I'm definitely not upset with. Oh, I forgot. I can share my screen now. Let me put this up here for everybody. Whoa, says Nutsack. I'm pretty sure that whoa is going towards Michael Thomas going second overall. Oh, my mother just drafted Patrick Mahomes fifth overall in the draft.
Gutsy. But
coming in hard.
Yeah.
MT is ballsy at number 2. It is. Michael Thomas he's great in PPR. You can't deny that in PPR Michael Thomas is going to put up some numbers, but man, second overall. If you want him, go and get him. But man, that's crazy. But my mom is in this. Super excited. She picks right after me. I forgot. And then, Patrick Mahomes, fifth overall. It's not, when I did my work league last year, someone took Patrick Mahomes in the first round last year early on. So it's not too surprising, but who just went? Alvin Kamara just went 6th overall. So he dropped a little bit with 2 shockers before him. I was supposed to take Kamara at 4th. Best wide receiver in the NFL and PPR. It is true. And there goes Clyde Edwards-Helaire, 7th overall. Oh, that's Fred. There you go.
That's me.
The rookie. How do you feel about it?
Little uneasy, but I'm feeling mostly confident with it.
Yeah, It's daring to take a rookie first round
Yeah.
like that, but he's supposed to be the next great thing.
He's got the team to be around him, though.
All the tools are there for Edwards to be successful.
Yeah.
Derrick Henry went 8th, Dalvin Cook at 9, and Gardner Minshew is off the board at pick number 10. There we go.
That's
Minshew
awesome.
at 10. I believe that's Tony.
Yep.
Take your screenshot, Tony. Tyreek Hill goes 11th. Take your screenshot and send it to Gardner Minshew. And there goes Devontae Adams 12th. So the first round is over. Devontae Adams going 12th and then swinging right back around Julio Jones. So starting out with 2 wide receivers for swing at 3-0, who is Chad from Triple Shot
Ryan
Sport.
going Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, getting that Chiefs double pick.
All Chiefs. Wow. Travis Kelce.
Tony stacking it. TJ Chark going with Gardner Minshew, building up that Jags.
Are we trying here? Man, is this a serious league?
I mean, you
Wait a
tricked me
minute.
into thinking it was.
Well, at least Nick Chubb's off the board. Joe Mixon went before Nick Chubb, 1 pick right before. Then Kenyon Drake going 6.
Yep.
Diggs in a blanket for Frederick. That's your name
Yep.
for the league. Diggs in a blanket.
Yeah.
I like it. Did you have to Google for that, or did you come up with it?
No, that was all Google.
All right.
Usually I come up with my own name, and like this year I was like, yeah, I don't know what I want to do. So I'm like, well, let's just Google some fancy football names and Buffalo Bills and something clever. And that's what I found.
Well, Brandon Combs
my
is
name
happy.
right now is literally clever name. I wanted to see what players I got before I stepped to something.
I might have to change my name now. Mine is just Jockstrap King. I just went with that right off the bat. So, yeah, I might change mine coming up here at some point. But I like it right now. Brandon Combs is happy. He ended up with Derrick Henry and Nick Chubb through the first 2 rounds. That's pretty good. And now I have to pick, and I haven't even been looking at all. Oh, boy.
George Kittle comes off the board halfway
Yeah.
through the round. Then DeAndre Hopkins. Like you said, now you're up. Who are you going to put with Elliott there?
Boy, oh, boy, I'm not sure. Oh, boy. That's going to – oh, boy. I'm leaning towards one. It's either Josh Jacobs or boy, oh boy. Come on, Raiders. Let's go Raiders in the new stadium. Josh Jacobs. Man, there goes Miles Sanders. He was the other guy I was thinking about. I just don't know.
It's very
I don't
late
know.
for Miles Sanders to go.
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
Man. He's injured right now. The
Saquon
offense as a
Barkley and
whole.
Miles Sanders to open out the draft. Wow. It's good pairing.
In the same division, nonetheless.
Yeah.
All right, he took Michael Thomas in the first round. Who's he going to stack him with here?
What's it going to be, to be blunt?
He's got 10 seconds. He's agonizing.
To be blunt. What other kind of names do we got? My mom is the Pond Rats because they live at Sandy Pond. Oh, Mike Evans, wide receivers.
Oh.
I'm going to take all the running backs.
Take
Grab
him out.
Austin
Oh, that's the other person I was
Yep.
looking at. Ah, boy.
And then we're going to
got
go
him in our
ahead and
mock
grab
draft,
James
too.
Conner as well.
James Conner. Do you trust his health?
I do. As much as I trust anyone's health this year, you might as well.
Yeah, no. That's a fair point. I'll give you that.
We know the job is his. So when he's healthy,
yes.
Right.
he's going to put up a ton of points. If he misses a couple games, he's my third running back right now. Should be able to find somebody to fill in. But if he plays all 16 games, he's almost guaranteed a top 10 season.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, I saw his picture. He almost looked like he was on steroids or something.
Oh, my God, he's huge.
That one
Player
picture was
picture,
almost seemed it seemed fake. Oh, Todd Gurley.
And
For
Chris
2B
Godwin.
You know, they were quarantining just like we were, so.
I don't know if they just drafted the rookie running back there. I think I grabbed him in our mock draft as well. Kenny Galladay.
Nice.
Pretty sure I took him in the mock draft as well.
Hmm.
I think so.
I'm just a big fan of Matt Stafford also when he's healthy, so hopefully he can make it through a full season. Yeah, Tony comes in. Connor got jacked there in the offseason. I'm not too worried about his upper body getting hurt or anything like that. I'm worried about his lower body getting hurt. So I know he's jacked up here, but I need to see if he's doing leg day. I got to see if he's like skipping out on leg day.
I'm pretty sure he was jacked everywhere.
Does he got those say quads?
Yeah, he and A.J. Dillon. Have you seen the A.J. Dillon pics coming out of camp?
Yeah. Though it's just as much as Saquon, those thighs there. It's insane.
Do you think these A.J. Dillon picks is why Aaron Jones is still here well into the third round at this point?
That's why I left him there. Not lying. That's why I left him there. I was like, man, they took A.J. Dillon. They want to pound the ball. Is that going to hurt Aaron Jones? We don't know yet. I'm surprised Adam Thielen's still up there. My mother took Mark Ingram from Baltimore.
Yeah.
I just saw some highlight footage of J.K. Dobbins, their rookie running back, coming out of camp. Oh, boy, J.K. looks filthy.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how Baltimore splits them. I think that just because Ingram's the vet, that he might keep the goal line carries, even if Dobbins works his way into a larger carry share on the rest of the field. But I don't know. Dobbins is a really good talent, and Ingram's getting old, so it might not take much for Dobbins to grab that and run away.
It just 100% reminds me of for the Frank Gore, Devin Singletary scenario in Buffalo last season.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah, but
Mark Ingram will like teach him, get a bulk of the carries, and then halfway through the season it'll go to the rookie. Like he went to Devin, it'll probably go to JK halfway through the season. Ooh, there's Lamar Jackson in the third round.
Yeah, first quarterback.
No,
Second.
Patrick Mahomes went first round.
Oh, yep, yeah.
It happened so long ago, I know. You took Adam Thielen.
I did take Adam Thielen, yeah.
Let's see here. Melvin Gordon. Does it tell me? It says round 3, pick 10. Does it tell me the overall pick? So that's the 34th pick.
Draft results, he's 34.
Okay. That's not bad. I'm just curious with Philip Lindsay.
Receivers occasionally go off the field before you see him go, but it's about right for these kind of back-end workhorse running backs to be taken here at the third, early fourth.
Yeah, I'm starting to look for my third running back here. But you can just see the board right now of the players that are next ranked on my screen. Wide receiver, wide receiver, wide receiver, wide receiver. What it's all wide receiver. I mean, it just tells you where the talent is right now. But
especially
there goes
guys
DK
who went wide receiver, tight end early. Now they're having to pass on Allen Robinson, Odell Beckham, these players to kind of reach down the board into some of those more uncertain circumstances. So the benefit of getting one or two stud running backs in those first 2 rounds is you don't have to pass these super talented wide receivers for some of the more questionable running backs.
Yeah, I went down that road many a time in my first couple of years in fantasy football. And then every single year I get screwed by my running backs because I didn't draft them early. And I'm sitting here with guys who are getting their jobs taken. They're only getting goal line carries. It hurt me down the road. So I've switched up my strategy the past 2 years. And it's paid off better. At least I've made the playoffs the last couple of years.
Yeah. Well, at the turn here, we had Jonathan Taylor and DeAndre Swift. So 2 more rookie running backs come off the board. Taylor is apparently really emerging in camp right now. So
nice.
He could run away with that job and have a lot less of Marlon Mack than we maybe thought there was going to be earlier in the offseason. Right. DeAndre Swift still on the projected timeshare of Kerryon Johnson, but Kerryon's a little banged up right now. So be interesting to see how those 2 situations unfold and who's able to kind of capitalize on that situation.
Boy, oh boy. PPR. Oh, yep. Cooper Kupp. Nice. I might have. I don't know. I don't know about Terry because I don't know about the quarterbacks. I know Terry's a beast for Washington.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm just spooked by Dwayne Haskins. I'm not drafting anyone on offense from the Steelers. And then the same thing with DJ Moore, which just got taken. DJ Moore just went off the board. So,
wow.
I'm not as worried about either of those offenses. I think Haskins could have a little bit of what we saw with Lamar Jackson happen to him, where he kind of filled in under not great circumstances last year.
Yeah, that's fair.
Put in halfway through the year. Probably they weren't planning on starting him, but got forced in, so they're running a limited playbook. Doesn't really have the time to acclimate to the NFL. He hasn't had a full off season since everything with reduced practices and everything. But I think we'll see some real growth from him headed into the second year. And Terry McLaurin's literally like his only wide receiver right now, so I would feel pretty confident drafting him. I just have Juju and Tyler Lockett both ahead of him, so I took those guys at the turn here.
Yeah, I was deciding between Cooper Kupp and Tyler Lockett, but I don't know. I should have went with Tyler because, you know, I got the flag back there. It would have only been right, but, you know, here we are.
If you had taken Tyler, I could have taken Terry, and then, you know.
It would have been, everything would have been fine.
Everyone we were talking about would have been off the board. Leonard Fournette finally going in the 5th round. He continues to fall further and further down draft boards. People just very worried about the team really getting rid of him more than anything.
That's kind of why, you know, I took him in the mock draft and people lit me up for it. You know, I know you guys did.
I did, yeah. You took him
I didn't want to take him, but he was kind of there, you know.
In the 5th round, it's probably about right to kind of wage that risk against it, but
I mean, Strikeout Beer loves Tyler Lockett, so you got them on your side. I should have taken him. I took my opponent. I took the Rams wide receiver instead of my own. Leaves a sick feeling in your stomach.
5 receiver, I think, before his injury last year. So
that's what worries me.
Fully healed up,
but Cooper Kupp had his injuries too.
The Seahawks ever let Russ cook? Be a good time.
Let Russ cook, man. They've been doing all these interviews from camp, and they keep trying to answer the question of hashtag let Russ cook. And every single time they bring it up, they're like, oh, well, you know, it just depends on the situation. They have still not fully admitted that they're going to let him cook or even let him take over a game early on. They just refuse. They want to run the ball, and they even drafted another running back. We have DJ Dallas now. Granted, he just took over CJ Prosice's 3rd down role, but still, it's running backs all over the place. I think
that's a sign that Carson won't be re-signed. I think this is his contract year. I think this is Penny's 3rd or 4th year with the team, so I think they're just looking to move on from the injury issues that those two guys have had to get some fresh blood in there.
And then we brought in Carlos Hyde, too.
Go round 5, pick 5. He's my boy. I started 3 running backs, though. I wasn't going to make 4 of my first 5 picks a running back, or I would have taken him at the turn.
You need to take that second wide receiver at some point.
One of the few teams I don't own him on this year, probably. So,
yeah, I almost made a mistake heading into this 5th round, but I held off. I was able to hold back my excitement, but we'll see what happens. There goes Drew Brees, the 3rd quarterback taken, I believe.
Yeah.
In this draft
before Dak and Russ.
Wow.
I'm big on Brees. I think he's going to have a good year, but I'm not quite that high. And Fred taking Tyler Higbee, betting on the big, his big second half there.
Yeah.
If they there goes Devin Singletary to Ryan.
Yeah.
There you go. Oh, there goes Russell Wilson, son of a gun. Gronk, the 2nd tight end off the board.
No, we've had
there's been a couple.
Oh, has there been? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, there was Kelsey. I missed them. I'm sorry.
All the usual guys are gone. So Kelsey,
okay.
Hurts, Andrews.
Oh, I missed all of them.
Yeah.
I missed out on all of those picks. Oh, Robert Woods.
4th quarterback off the board, 2nd back way around, round 6 there.
Yeah, someone took my lovely Russell. Hurts my feelings. That's who I wanted to take in the 5th round, but I knew I had to get that. I had to get that 3rd running back. I couldn't wait another round.
Yeah, if you can get 3 running backs in the first 5 rounds, you can be pretty well set at the position and then just hammer wide receiver and maybe get the occasional upside tight end in that time frame. But
tight ends are they're already all of them are gone already. The ones that are top tier. So at this point, it's kind of a crapshoot with tight ends. That's what always happens. Once those top 5 are gone, you're you're kind of just hoping at that point that the guy you pick has at least a decent season. Oh, there goes Kyler Murray. He's who I was looking at, not going to lie. Not going to lie.
Yeah.
I love how everyone can see what I'm doing. So you guys know my draft strategy. Filter onto the quarterbacks here. What's Dylan going to do?
At this point, if you look at the draft results tab, you can sort it by grid look to see what positions people have taken. The whole second half of the draft has a quarterback.
Dead air. I'm trying to look at the players I want at the same time. Who would have thought that would have been so hard to do a live draft at the same time as make a podcast?
Trying to help you out a little bit.
Yeah. No, I appreciate it. I appreciate the help.
So Kyler Murray, I believe, was the 7th quarterback off the board, which is about right by my rankings, but most people have him as either 4 or 5.
That's
after
a little
the
high.
big 2 and Dak. Kind of betting on that rushing upside as well as year 2 growth. Like I said, I think this is more about right, but going halfway through the 6th round would be good value by most picks. So, Fred, you would probably rate it out pretty high there on most draft grade applets.
Nice. Yeah, I know. I just looked at a top 10 ranking I had from the show we did the quarterbacks on, and I actually had Kyler Murray at 6 in the top 10. So I was like, yeah, it's about time for me to pick one up. So let's go.
I don't think I want 2 Cowboys, do I?
That's gutsy.
If there's a team to get them on, I mean, that's Cowboys, Ravens, and Chiefs. Those are the teams you want to load up on.
Something about Devontae Parker, because I know they lost one of their wide receivers to injury.
They lost 2 to COVID. Preston Williams, unknown if he's going to be back at the start of the year right now.
Right.
That's
what I was thinking of.
By you guys. I had Marquise Brown and Michael Gallup there, and both gone. Cortland Sutton was there too. So.
Yeah, Michael Gallup. I think that's another guy I took in the mock draft was Michael Gallup, I believe. You have a lot of hopes for that Cowboys offense. I mean, every year in and year out, you think that's going to be the highest graded offense in the league. And sometimes, they're up there at least, but they always find a way to disappoint everybody.
I mean, they were first in yards per game last year. So they literally moved the ball better than anybody else. They just
not when it mattered. And it normally didn't end up in touchdowns.
They weren't quite able to put those points on the board as much as they needed. Well, and speaking of Cowboys offense, CeeDee Lamb.
Wow.
To be blunt.
A little early.
For the rookie wide receiver, 2 picks after Michael Gallup. And then Deshaun Watson in between those 2 picks. Will Fuller. Oh, Will Fuller for you.
Me taking
you
Will
took
Fuller.
Him in the mock draft too.
I did. I'm nothing but consistent sometimes. Now I'm going to hammer wide receiver again. I'm going to get one of my favorite breakout guys, Deontay Johnson from Pittsburgh. Gives me both Pittsburgh wide receivers. I got Juju and Deontay with James Conner.
Loading up on that Steelers offense. The complete opposite of my strategy. I stay as far away from them as possible. But Brandon coming in. Brandon loves the idea of the league to donate the money. I mean, the amount of money we raise, that's the most money I've raised for anything, that we've put towards something. And that's just, it's great feeling. Could we have used that $310 for the podcast? Yeah, it could have helped. Could have got us some equipment, but that's just not as important. It's just straight up not. So I'm glad we did what we did, and I'm glad that we raised as much as we do. And not even everyone's donated yet. I know I still have to. I think there's 4 people left, if I'm not mistaken. So the number is just going to keep going up.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And then the goal is I'm going to make my pick here first. And then I got a promotion idea for the show that I'll just let everyone know about. Boy, oh boy, Josh Allen sitting there. I do not want to touch Matt Ryan with a 4-foot pole. I don't trust Matthew Stafford or Carson Wentz health.
Why don't you want Matt Ryan? He's literally never missed a game, and he throws for 300 yards every game.
He was out of the game against the Seahawks when we stomped them 1,000,000 to nothing.
So he missed one game.
He missed one game.
I'm gonna look at his games played by season right now.
Oh my gosh!
I'm making a slow draft right now, so
I'm gonna make Fred mad. I got your quarterback. Josh Allen. I don't love it by any stretch. I do not love that.
His points are actually pretty surprising.
Yeah. Oh God. Boy, I don't love that. I don't love that. But you never know. He's got. If you look at the Bills, let's be honest: Stephon Diggs, Cole Beasley, John Brown, and then they got Gabe Davis out of Florida State, who has been showing up at camp. And then if you look at the tight ends, they got Croft if he's healthy. They have
Knox.
Yeah, he was solid.
Singletary and Moss. I like them both.
If he's accurate, he should be an amazing fantasy quarterback this year. If he's accurate, he had the deep ball in his first season. He had the short, medium range ball in the second season. Now I just need you to put it together.
Exactly.
I need both of them to merge here, Josh.
All right, so you ready for the Matt Ryan stat?
Oh yes, let's hear it. Give me the stat for Matt Ryan.
How many games do you think he's missed in his career?
How many years has he been in the league?
Since 2008.
2008. Nice one, Fred. Good job.
Thanks.
I'm gonna go. Can we do an over under? Or is that putting you too much pressure on you?
Well, I'm not very good at setting lines. I feel like it's going to give it away.
Okay.
Over under at 8, one per season. What would you guess?
Oh, 8's a good number.
Well, no, he's been in the league for 11 years, but I'll keep it at 8.
Honestly, I would say over, but I think that's wrong.
He's missed 3 games in his career.
Wow.
That's impressive.
1 last year and 2 in his sophomore season.
Wow. That's impressive. Not going to lie.
Impressive.
Iron Man right
Speaking
there.
of injured players, AJ Green just went off the board to the Minshews, 8th round.
Get back to me.
He already has a hamstring injury in camp, so I don't know how badly you want him.
I mean, I think all these soft tissue injuries are a little overblown in camp right now. You're seeing almost everybody return after a day or two out. I think it would be similar if we were in a little bit better shape and we went and ran and maybe we felt something that we're just going to take it easy, and teams are just being super cautious with the reduced off season and just sitting guys out. So I think things that we would normally not hear anything about, we're hearing a little bit more. But it's nothing that has me worried about anyone at this point. Even the guys who are listed as week to week, like, it's not knocking them down boards for me. If they miss maybe the first week of the season, then like, oh well, but they still have 2 weeks before the season starts right now. So I'm not knocking anybody for any camp injuries that isn't like a torn ACL.
I mean, we've seen a couple of those too. More serious soft tissue injuries.
My favorite sleeper, Jalen Hurd, tore his ACL.
Yeah. I know the Browns just got demolished the past 2 days. Grant Delpit, a torn Achilles, and then Greedy Williams, who was supposed to be their starting number 1 corner this year, he has a shoulder injury. They just got blown up in the secondary. So we don't know how serious the shoulder injury is right now, but Delpit, their second-round draft pick, is out for the season. Zach Moss off the board right after Sony Michel.
Gonna go get my boy.
That's you. All right.
Of course,
I should say that's Kyle, not you. Be professional.
Next pick, I was looking up that Matt Ryan stat.
What do I even need? I think my starting board is filled out besides my kicker and defense.
Go draft another upside running back, Damian Harris. Kind of funny that Sony Michel went right before me. He's not expected to start the season healthy coming off his offseason surgery. Mm-hmm. And Damian Harris has been running with the ones all offseason and looking pretty good. One of the interesting things to him, he's supposed to be a little bit more of a receiving back than Sony Michel is. So the Patriots won't be as one-dimensional, which will allow them to mix up their play calling, which is something they've lacked the last 2 years. I think it's something like they run the ball 70 to 80% of the time when Sony Michel's on the field, so defenses really just stack the box against him. So I think we could see Damian Harris take that job and run away with it, just because of that added dimension that it'll bring.
That's a great breakdown. And speaking to the Patriots, I mean, the rumor is Cam Newton is just killing it over there. I mean, Jared Stidham is not looking like the starter right now, at least with initial reports. Mm-hmm. I'm sure they'll still give him the start because that's been their guy.
I don't think so. From what
you don't think so?
All the reports coming out are that it's Cam's.
Boy, boy.
He's got all the energy in the building. Mm-hmm. Everybody's rallying behind him. I mean, we know what a healthy Cam Newton looks like on the football field, and it's a really, really good player who won the most valuable player in, what was it, 15, I think, when he carried the Panthers?
I think that sounds about right.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I mentioned him when we had the quarterbacks before things were as certain as they are now. At that point, he was going around like quarterback 15 to 20-ish in that range. And, I mean, he has legit top 5 upside, maybe even higher, depending on if he stays healthy for 16 and everything.
Well, my parents just took Justin Tucker in the 9th round. I don't know if they're on auto draft or maybe that's what they wanted to do. I'll let them do their thing.
I think they're filling up the
starters first, probably. But then Call Me Whiskey Breeze took San Francisco's defense, 9th round, pick 6.
Damn it.
Oh, and then Baltimore's defense for Fred.
I did not mean to do that.
Oh, I was going to say.
I timed out.
Oh, Fred.
Oh.
I was wondering why you went, oh, crap.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Fred.
I was like, you wanted Alexander Madison?
That hurts, Fred.
Oh, that hurts a lot.
That hurts. I took Tevin Coleman with my pick. I don't know.
He's good.
It's just it's a rushing attack over there. I'll see if all their wide receivers are hurt. I mean, I don't know who their wide receivers are at this point. Debo's injured. They lost Hurd for the season, I believe, to an injury. Everyone's gone. They're going to have to run the ball. They don't have an option. So Tevin Coleman should get plenty of carries.
Well, and he started over Mostert all last year when he was healthy, including in the Super Bowl, biggest game of the year. So.
And then Brandon Combs comes in and says Madison is a sleeper. I don't know how big of a sleeper it is. I mean, if he is a sleeper, then yes, I've been preaching his name our entire series as well because of Dalvin Cook's health. I mean, Madison came in when he went down and he played. He played like he deserved to be a starter.
Is his alone if Cook goes down? I think he shares with Mike Boone, which limits his handcuff upside. I think guys like Tony Pollard and Latavius Murray carry more value there because we know that they're going to get all the touches.
I liked Pollard for a while. I had him on my roster a few times. It might have been when Zeke was either suspended or hurt. I don't know what the scenario was, but I picked up Pollard and he put a couple of good games in there for me. But he's one of those solid third down kind of guys that you'd expect that out of. He's kind of, in Seattle's case, the DJ Dallas or in the past CJ Procise kind of scenario, and he does a very good job of it.
He's a little bigger than that. Honestly, I think he's a little.
Oh, he's definitely a lot bigger.
Miles Sanders size, and yeah. I think he would have like a Miles Sanders type role on most teams. He's just next to Ezekiel Elliott, who got re-signed for another 5 years. So,
which is that's tough to be behind. Maybe he likes it there. Who knows?
We're starting to see a number of teams take a backup quarterback. Both myself and, to be blunt, have not taken a starting quarterback at this point. So
that's
interesting draft strategy. I don't normally like drafting a backup in leagues that only start one quarterback.
Oh, that's right. I remember you mentioned that during the mock draft because I do remember you taking a quarterback super late.
I play quarterback chicken, and I just wait till the very end and
just see what drops. Yeah.
Yep, throw some darts against the board, pick some guys. I got 3 or 4 out there who I still love, and I'm expecting decent things from. I did some analysis when I was putting together my website, and the difference between the number 2 ranked quarterback. So we're going to take Lamar Jackson out of the equation from last year because it kind of throws everything off. So the difference between the number 2 and the number 20 quarterback was 6 points a week.
Oh boy. So
there's another one.
That's professional analysis right there.
I try to bring something new every time.
That's a heck of a stat. And I was Fred just about to bring that up. Jared Cook was still on the board.
I was surprised. Like, he was there when I picked my first tight end, and I was like, we'll see what happens.
I was considering taking him in my pick in the 10th round here as a backup tight end. My goodness.
Right. Like, I knew I didn't want to wait too long because I didn't want the computer to auto draft for me again. So I was going to be
But your boy's coming up, Fred. You got Mike Gesicki coming up. He's your boy.
Yeah, that's okay right now.
That's all right. That's all right. That's all right, he says. Whatever.
He's a pretty good tight end, but with Jared Cook sitting there, like, you just can't let that slip any longer.
So is Brandon
I was shocked.
drafting?
Is Brandon? I'm not entirely sure.
He's taking.
Anybody could at this point. There goes Harrison Buckner, kicker in the 10th round. Oh, is that me? Oh, there goes a defense. So my parents definitely just filled out their board. Pittsburgh's defense for their starter.
Yeah.
And this I'm happy he's still here because I was going to do this earlier, but give me AD. Give me AD. I don't know. He was a little bit older, but he's got upside. In the 10th round, I feel like he's got some upside. He has to with Darius Geis being gone. Now you got either a rookie or a second-year guy, and then Adrian Peterson. Has he lost a step? Sure, but he has high aspirations. He's got the mentality that I like to see. He wants to be the all-time leading rusher. What if he does? What if he comes out and just runs 100 yards a game because he's just motivated? Let's see it. Give it to me.
Oh, there goes Gesicki.
Oh, Fred. So sorry. So sorry.
Right.
Backup tight ends. 4 teams.
Brandon's setting up for his show, so he's
O.J. Howard. Surprised O.J. Howard came off the board before most of the guys still out there.
For tight end, at least, or in general?
Well, in general, but definitely at tight end.
Blake Jarwin, Noah Fant.
I went and got Ben Roethlisberger to complete my Pittsburgh players. I felt like I did.
God,
Kyle, right into the skid, Because of that, I might actually take another quarterback here in a little bit. But I'm going to add Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks has been awesome when he's been healthy. He's united with Deshaun Watson, who needs a new number 1 receiver.
Yeah.
And this way, I actually have Fuller and Cooks. So capitalizing on that Houston.
Oh, there you go.
Maybe whoever
one gets injured, you have the other one. Perfect. Because it's not guaranteed. Who's left for wide receivers? Oh, my God. Oh, Justin Jefferson. I literally looked at Justin Jefferson's name, and then he got picked. I made eye contact with his name, and it disappeared. Like, oh, it was perfect timing. Thanks a lot, to be blunt. Taking Justin Jefferson, 11th round, 2nd pick overall. Jamison Crowder goes off the board. I don't know why he went off the board, but you can have him. That's fine. What are my situation with bye weeks? So that's something you got to look at. I'm okay with bye weeks. I'm taking my boy. I've talked him up a lot, so I'm gonna talk him up even more. Christian Kirk. I'm so excited for Christian Kirk's season. Maybe it pans out as well as I think it does. Maybe it doesn't. I'm super excited about his upside. They doubled DeAndre Hopkins, and then Larry Fitzgerald will eat, and then Christian Kirk will eat. I think huge upside. I know Budda Baker for the Cardinals just got signed for an extension. Budda Baker now the highest paid safety.
Yeah.
I was looking at his snap count, and he has played a lot at corner as well. So I didn't know what they were really labeling him as, but I get he is a safety by trade. Ooh, Fred's up here taking Aaron Rodgers. Is that your first quarterback or second?
No, second.
Okay. That Aaron Rodgers with your backup quarterback is it's not bad.
Not too bad.
In the 11th round, it's not bad.
Yeah.
Chicago's defense just went off to Mahomes, 6 feet from Mahomes. Oh, that's a good name. That's a good team name.
That's a good one.
I wonder who that is. Let me see if I can click on their name. Brandon. We have 2 Brandons though. I don't know which Brandon. I don't know which Brandon that is. Who are the 2? We got Brandon Combs. He said he had Derrick Henry. So it is. So yeah, there you go. Derrick Henry, Nick Chubb. So 6 feet from my homies is Brandon Combs from Triple Shot Sports. It's a good team name. That's probably one of my favorites. What are some other ones we got? We got Call Me Whiskey Breeze.
Yeah.
Buffalo's defense went off the board. Are you upset about that, Fred?
Well, swing it 3-0 count. If you ever want to trade Baltimore for Buffalo, just let me know.
Oh, wow.
You can offer that up right after the draft. See what they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Godspeed.
We'll got another kicker off the board.
Yeah, Will Lutz.
Yeah.
12th round, first pick. How many rounds are there in this? I think there's 16 rounds, if I'm not mistaken. I counted earlier.
I only have 2 bench spots left.
Yeah, I got 3 benches, kicker and a defense. So I think there's 16.
I got a tight end still to fill.
Oh boy. Who was my tight end? I forgot already. Oh, Hunter Henry. Good old Mr. Unreliable. We'll see what happens. Pray for me, boys. Oh, boy. It happened again. I looked at Anthony Miller's name, and as soon as I did, he disappeared. I got to stop looking at players. I got to look to the side. If I look directly at them, they'll be drafted.
Right.
With 3 spots left. Man, it's really coming down to the wire here. I'm looking at some of these names. This is the part of the draft that really makes you work, and it's a lot of fun. It
really does. Yeah.
Because I'm starting to consider going the Kyle route and not drafting a backup quarterback. I don't know how well that's going to pan out. I'm not sure.
Who's your starter?
It's a good question. Josh Allen.
You might want to back up.
You might want to back up. I'll even tell you that one.
You might want somebody else.
I'm between 2 guys right now.
There's a lot out there that I like. Goff,
so many people
Burrow, Garoppolo, all right at the top of the screen there.
Man. Oh, well, not Ryan Tannehill. I took him for fun in the mock draft because you told me to.
It's fun to win.
It's fun to win. What's my bye week for Josh Allen? Week 11? You know what?
Hill 7. I mean,
I'm going to trust that play action game comes back. I'm going to trust that play action game comes back for the Rams. I'm going to take Jared Goff. Ooh, LaShawn McCoy goes off the board. That's fun, to be blunt.
Nice.
I'm seeing how late I can get this one person.
I gave in and took a tight end.
You gave in. Who'd you take?
Chris Herndon.
Hey, that's not. He had his moments last season.
No, I really like him. I have him much higher than most of the guys who have been going recently at the position.
Did you have him higher than Rob Gronkowski?
No, I don't. I have Gronk right at the edge of my top 10.
Oh, okay. Wow.
I think the touchdowns are going to be there.
Yeah. I wouldn't. I kind of had the prediction of double-digit touchdowns and getting somewhere around 700 yards receiving would be a very successful season for him. Who is up right now? I don't know who this is. I have to look. I wish I told you who these people were right next to them as well.
Right.
Because I don't know people's team names off the top of my head.
Yeah.
Boy, oh boy, who do I want?
I don't know. You got 35 seconds.
I got 35 seconds to figure it out. Come on. Oh, ooh. I don't got that many spots left. Your spots disappear really quick.
Yeah.
We don't have that many bench spots either, so even though it's a 12-team league, it still seems kind of shallow.
What are the chances Michael Pittman Jr. has a really successful season?
I mean, I think they're okay. I'd rather have Paris Campbell, though.
Really? You take Paris over Michael? Okay.
I think Campbell was the better prospect coming out of college. I remember more hype about him last year than Pittman's got this year.
I know Fred will take offense to that. Then Pittman came from your team, correct?
No.
Oh, I thought Michael Pittman was your college team.
No. He's USC.
Oh, who am I thinking of?
J.K. Hamler was drafted out of Penn State this year to Denver.
Oh, why was I thinking Pittman was your boy? I don't remember.
No.
I'd have to go back a few episodes and find that, but I thought he was your boy.
Nah. Oh,
who is Keyshawn Vaughn?
He's the rookie running back in Tampa Bay. He's fallen further and further down the depth chart as the offseason's gone on.
That's not good. Bad camp.
Yeah. Well, he had COVID to start, so he missed the first 2 weeks, and then came in. And I think he's a little raw as a rookie. And teams signed McCoy after he had COVID to begin. So he's expected to be a special teamer to start the year. And I guess if he shows something there, that maybe he'll be able to graduate. One of the guys I'm surprised is still out there, Tony Pollard. High profile.
Is he still out there? Oh, he's up high too.
Yeah, he's the number one there now, but he'd be a top 10 running back if anything were to happen to Zeke.
Yeah, he had his moments when Zeke went down or wasn't in the lineup too.
Yeah.
Like I mentioned him earlier. He was in my lineup a couple of years ago.
There he goes.
Oh, he did go. Okay. Nutsack Express. Duke Johnson's there right after him. I've always loved the Duke.
Yep.
I was a big Duke fan when he was with Cleveland, and they just never utilized him, and now he got shipped out, so I don't know what's going to happen with him. The last couple of running backs here, you got A.J. Dillon, the rookie running back. The reason I didn't take Aaron Jones, he's there. Carlos Hyde with the Seahawks. He could be if Carson or Penny goes down, Carlos Hyde steps in and becomes a pretty good producer, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Justin Jackson as well. He had some hype last season. The backup to Mettler.
Yeah, as soon as Melvin Gordon decided he wasn't going to play, he was a big one to pick up real quick on the waiver wire last year.
I know I tried.
Yeah.
I don't know how many big games he had, but I just know Austin Eckler ate. As soon as Gordon was down, Austin Eckler was a monster. I had him in one of my leagues. He's the reason I made the playoffs, but the reason I got kicked out of the playoffs last year was Darren Waller's 3-touchdown game. Yeah, that hurt my feelings. I was like, all right, I'm up on this guy. All he has left is Darren Waller. Let's see what happens. Yep, 40 points later. Okay. Thanks for the heart, soul-crushing moment there, Darren Waller. I think I drafted him in our mock draft earlier on. The 3-0 count's going to auto-draft. Henry Ruggs. Another guy I drafted in our mock draft.
It's not auto-picking the second one right away, though, so we're going to have to wait for the 45 seconds to count down.
Yeah, that's okay. We got plenty of time. We're just here for fun. We're just hanging out. And while this 30 seconds ticks down, remember to go to onandoffthefield.com so you can buy your merch.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's put the plug in there right at the 1 hour mark.
Yeah.
10 seconds left.
Gotta get that swag.
Get that swag. Stickers, shirts, phone cases,
stuff,
coffee mug. It's awesome stuff. I think someone bought a t-shirt. It's fun. Oh, here we go. That's over. Duke Johnson. There we go. Duke Johnson. Off the board. We got 3 picks left. At least I do. I don't know where everyone else stands.
Yeah, pretty much 3 picks.
Oh, I clicked on running backs. I don't want to look at that. There we go. So we got Kirk Cousins up there, Ryan Tannehill, Joe Burrow. The next best ranked players, 4 quarterbacks in a row. Jimmy Garoppolo as well. Jimmy Garoppolo went to the Super Bowl last year, but he hasn't even been picked, and we are in the 14th round of this draft. People are not liking the Jimmy Garoppolo potential.
If somebody had taken Roethlisberger before it was my pick, I was going to take Garoppolo.
Oh, wow. Before
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins,
Yeah, we're all
before Ryan
nice enough there to
Tannehill.
leave him there for my.
You're the one always talking up Ryan Tannehill. You would have taken Jimmy Garoppolo over Ryan Tannehill?
Yeah, Garoppolo's got a pretty soft schedule to start the season out. So I think that they're going to come out. I mean, they might have to run the ball just because their team's so beat up, but I think that he'd still put together a pretty good stat line.
I mean, he has George Kittle.
He's got Kittle. I think Ayuk is going to be back healthy. Kendrick Bourne has been usable at times during his career.
That's the softest praise for a person. He's been usable at points in his career.
I mean, he's had a couple weeks here or there.
Yeah,
I mean,
no.
the most important thing is Garoppolo has Kyle Shanahan. So
Yeah,
Right.
that's a big plus. But we kind of said the same thing with what's his face over there with the Rams. We thought he'd be able to figure out anything, Sean McVay.
Well, Shanahan has a longer record than McVay does right now. McVay figured it out at the end of the year.
He also Kyle Shanahan also has a longer record of choking in Super Bowls, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, actually, no. They both choked once.
Yeah, well, they both choked twice. Well, Sean McVay once, Shanahan twice now, deciding that he doesn't want to run the ball when he has the lead.
Choking against the Chiefs.
It was some questionable play calling. We'll put it that way.
Really.
Whether it was his fault or the offensive coordinator's fault or Jimmy's fault, whatever the case may be.
The Atlanta one, I'll give you the questionable play calling more.
No, that was bad.
Because they should have been able, and it was funny. I remember being at that Super Bowl party and looking around and being like, they're not quite dead yet. I was like, the 49ers need to run off like just this much more time. And like they just couldn't run it off the clock for whatever reason. And then they missed that field goal. It's heartbreaking. All right, so let me take this play that I'm going to draw the kick. Let me take him.
Eric Ebron.
I got to get all the Pittsburgh guys.
You got to see. I got your clever name for your team now. Just call it the Pittsburgh Steelers. Easy peasy. Dust off Pittsburgh Steelers. Drop Mike. Brandon Ayuk. There you go. You just mentioned him for San Francisco. That was your pick before Eric Ebron.
Yep.
I've always liked Ebron. They just never utilized their tight ends in Indianapolis. Ever. It just didn't seem like a thing they were interested in.
Yeah, I think it was more a product of the offense last year with Jacoby Brissett leading the way there. Ebron had that one really great year where he scored like 14 touchdowns with Andrew Luck.
It's nuts.
I think he's got a little bit of a chip on his shoulder, it seems, because he came out right away when all the fantasy tight end rankings were being published and had like the top 20 from some site, and he was ranked number 20 or something like that. And he said that he would take himself over like 85% of that list. So essentially everybody but Kelsey and Kittle, because he's a big fantasy player himself. So I don't know. I think he'll be good at Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh uses their tight end quite a bit. It gives them a different type of target in the red zone. So I think we could see that kind of touchdown prowess crop up again. I mean, tight ends are hit or miss anyway. So if I can get a guy who's got an above average touchdown expectation, might as well jump on that. Especially since he might end up just getting cut for a kicker before the year starts.
That's kind of what you just hope out of any tight end. Unless you're drafting Ertz, Kittle, Kelsey, like those top 5 people, you're just drafting a guy that you hope might get targets in the red zone. That's it. I mean, you really just are praying. Like Darren Waller. No one knew Darren Waller was going to take off in that offense. It just happened. And almost no one drafted him because no one knew who he was. You're just so if you draft Eric Ebron in the freaking 15th round, the payoff could be huge. You never know. It's tight ends are so random. And there goes Golden Tate. Fred taking Golden Tate in the 15th round.
Yeah.
Couple of injuries have plagued him. I was so mad when Golden Tate left Seattle. Man, that was a sad day. Well, I know Brandon Combs is gone. I'm pretty sure Brandon Combs and Triple Shot Sports just went live a couple minutes ago. Their show normally starts at 8.
Yeah.
I know our viewers have dropped now. We're up to 4 eyeballs.
That's okay.
We ran some pretty good numbers here this show. I appreciate everyone that tuned in to the live show.
Yeah,
we are
definitely.
running double-digit viewers for the most part.
Oh wow, that's a pretty good night.
Yeah, our Tuesday shows are normally bigger.
There's not quite as much to talk about anymore.
Yeah. Once you're sitting here just waiting for people to draft their defenses and kickers, yeah.
And the Minshews took Miles Boykin with the 10th pick of the 15th round.
I mean, let's break that down.
Yeah. Second wide receiver on Baltimore.
He's the second? Is he really?
Yeah, he's actually our 10th round. They drafted a rookie, so he's got some competition for that second spot. But it says at the beginning of the year, if he can show anything, he'll be able to hold on to it.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I had no idea who Miles Boykin was, not going to lie. Not going to lie. I don't know who that is. I don't really break down Baltimore's wide receivers that much since they caught like about as many balls as the Eagles starting wide receivers did. That's an injury joke because they were all injured. Yeah,
it was rough last year.
Yeah. How many wide receivers caught less balls? The ones in Baltimore or the ones in Philadelphia?
Probably Baltimore.
Here's your trivia. Swing it. I think we got. Are we waiting all 45 seconds for these?
No, I think he's picking back again.
Oh, is he? Okay. Yeah, it gets tough at this point.
Yep.
I could. I was curious if I was going to do. Oh, there we go. N'Keal Harry, 16th round, pick 1. That's a good. That's a solid pick for the 16th round. The last round of the draft, N'Keal Harry. If Bill Belichick ends up utilizing him, if he figures out how to play wide receiver, even if he is banged up still a little bit from last season, that's a great pick in the 16th round, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I was definitely looking at N'Keal Harry, but just couldn't do it.
I wouldn't have taken him any sooner than the 16th round if I still had a spot for him. I would. He'd be the kind of guy I'd need to wait a game or two if he's going to be utilized in that offense. If he's going to be healthy. Oh, here comes Fred's final pick.
Yeah. Final pick is Jake Elliott.
Nice. Very exciting pick. Very exciting.
That is a good pick.
His career moment was hitting that 60-yarder or 61-yarder against the Giants to beat them. It wasn't like a playoff game or anything, but it was just a really good kick. It was exciting.
Yeah.
It happened. Oh, my parents got Deshaun Jackson. They're Eagles fans, so I'm sure they're very happy about that. I don't know who I'm going to draft. I don't think I have a Seahawk on my team. There we go. Jason Myers, the only Seahawk on my team. There, I can die happy. To be blunt, with 1 pick left.
I feel like I know who Kyle's going to pick last, but I want to see what happens.
I don't even.
I thought to take a defense. So.
Oh, he still has a defense. I was wondering who you haven't taken yet.
I could not take a kicker and a defense, but Yahoo's algorithms for projected wins really won't like me at that point.
Who cares what they think?
Let's see. Taking a look at the board out of non-defenses.
You lost out on Pittsburgh. You couldn't take Boswell. No, son of a gun.
Take New England's defense.
Oh boy, ew.
All right. Year against the Dolphins, and they still play in the AFC East, which means they get Fitzpatrick, Josh Allen, and Sam Darnold 6 times a year.
Seems like he's chalking some trash there for the Bills, if I'm not mistaken. That's what it sounds like.
The Patriots might lose those games, but they get to play against those quarterbacks regardless.
They might get some interceptions. Stephon Gilmore still has potential. All right, so let's take a look at. I just want to take a look at some matchups real quick. I think at least week 1. I don't know if I can look at everybody's. At least I'm playing To Be Blunt week 1. I'm currently favored 127 to 115 in points. Am I able to see? This is where Yahoo's got me messed up, man.
He's
trying to see the whole.
I can't bring it up. Let me help you out here. If
Oh,
you
there
scroll
we
down
go.
to the bottom, you can see all the other matchups and click on people from there.
Once again, this doesn't tell me the name. So Nutsack Express is playing the Minshews. They are favored 129 to 118. Fred is actually matched up against Kyle week 1. Very exciting.
Oh, wow.
And Kyle is favored 125 to 122.
Without a
3
kicker.
points. Without a
kicker.
So that's going to change.
Oh.
It's going to be an
let's see here.
Fred, but that's what happens when you're going against Christian McCaffrey.
It's all without Christian McCaffrey, you've been favored, Fred. It's just straight up.
Oh, yeah.
Down a player, still favored.
Yeah. Yeah, CMC there will he's gonna be a wrecking ball this year, I think, for sure. This league for sure.
He's gotta be the wrecking ball. That offense has no one else.
Oh yeah.
The Shenault Stains, I don't know what that is playing my parents, the Pond Rats. They're favored 129 to 121. 6 feet from my homies is playing Call Me Whiskey Breeze. Whiskey Breeze actually has the highest point total here going into week 1. 140 favored to 120. And then Swing at a 3-0 count is playing Ryan's Rockers. I don't think he changed his name. That's the default name. But Ryan is favored 128 to 120. And that's our week 1. We can't wait. The best draft does go to Call Me Whiskey Breeze. That's TJ. He won best draft. Congratulations,
nice.
TJ.
Good job, TJ.
Matt Ryan, OBJ, Terry McLaurin, Alvin Kamara, Aaron Jones, George Kittle, Cortland Sutton, and Cam Akers is his starting lineup. Well, Cam Akers doesn't even have fantasy points listed, so he'd even be favored even more once he takes Cam Akers out of his lineup. Boy, oh boy.
He had a projection on the week 1. He had a projection.
Oh, does he? He doesn't right here, but okay. That's fantasy points for this season he's looking at. Okay, that's fair. So, but still, 140. Best draft goes to TJ. Congratulations. And that's our draft. I hope everyone had fun.
Yeah.
It was good.
TJ likes Yahoo. I like to think he likes TJ's a big fan of Yahoo. All right. Well, thank you for joining us, Kyle. And go ahead. I know this is exciting news for you, and you mentioned it a little bit earlier. You got yourself a website.
Created a website, went live last week. It's expected points added. Play off the last name. So instead of XEX, it's EGG, expectedpointsadded.com. Have rankings up there at each position, some general draft strategy regarding each position, and then my version of love-hate, sunny side up players and poached players. So
lots of egg puns.
There you go.
Lots of egg puns.
Gotta lean into that.
So.
Well, send me the link and I will post it for you. And yeah, give you some love there.
All right, sounds good. Thank you.
And then that's our show. So thanks everyone for joining live show. Anyone who's listening in. And as for season 3, currently. Our ending line, some wise news.
Protect your nuts.